Drone Talks is an online platform to spread ideas and to educate in the drone ecosystem. At Drone Talks, we discuss technology, regulatory, business and ecosystem topics openly with industry leaders to enable and foster innovation for a better future.
Hello everyone, I'm Eszter Kovacs, Co-Founder CEO of DroneTalks, and we are here at Amsterdam Drone Week. This is the first day of the event and we're super excited. We have this beautiful booth. So we are running our live shows at the event, and today I have here Tom Rehwinkel from Matternet, who is a regulatory lead focusing on Europe. So hi Tom.
Hi Esther, hi, thanks for having me here.
Nice to see you. So who doesn't know Matternet? But I think everyone knows Matternet, but who doesn't know, just in 2 sentences, what Matternet does?
Yeah, so Matternet is the global leader in drone delivery. We fly in Zurich and Lugano, Switzerland, BVLOS flights between hospitals and laboratories. In the US, UPS Flight Forward is using our system. And we are aiming on flying in Berlin this year as well. And we just announced a network to be established in Abu Dhabi with a local partner.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you are very global. So I'm just wondering, because we are in Europe, right? It's Amsterdam Drone Week. Just wondering, what's your experiences regarding flying in Europe? You mentioned a few cities where you are already delivering BVLOS. So I'm just wondering, what's your experience?
Yeah, we started flying BVLOS in Switzerland back in 2017, I think, with the local regulator, the FOCA, the Federal Office for Civil Aviation in Switzerland. And what we see now with the new regulation implemented last year, unfortunately not in Switzerland, but in the rest of Europe, it's definitely easier for us now to expand our operations into Europe. So we are working, as I said, on Berlin operations, for example, other markets in Europe as well, and had one set of regulations now, also the use space regulation coming, makes it definitely easy for us to operate.
That sounds really good. So why the sky is not full of drones if it's that easy to operate? So I'm just wondering, you as drone operator, what's your expectation from the regulatory parties? You know, what do you see, what needs to come to operate in scale? Or you know, I think that's the $1 million question.
Yes, definitely. You are right. I mean, yes, having the regulations on one side, but it doesn't mean that the next step doesn't mean we can fully operate already. It is a new regulation, so it means local regulators like the Dutch regulator, the LBA in Germany, etc. They have to get used to the regulation, of course. Operators like Matternet, we have to show what we are capable of doing. So it's a bit of tasting what does the regulator. There is some room for interpretation on regulatory. On the regulations. So what does the local regulator in Germany wants to see if we compare it to Switzerland, for example. So, and to your question, why are not drones are flying everywhere yet? It's also what you hear in the Amsterdam Drone Week as well. It's also, of course, the social acceptance. So what do people want to see? What do they like to fly above their head? Is it the pizza? Is it medical deliveries, etc.? So that's, of course, also a huge effort to take on board, what EASA announced today as well in analyzing the research, etc.
Yeah, this sounds super good, because our platform, we ask now, like a lot of C-level, what can we do for social acceptance as an industry, you know? And I'm just wondering, do you have any takeaways, or do you have any thoughts, or what Matternet does regarding social acceptance, or anything what you prefer to share?
Yeah. We started a cooperation with the University of Zurich. The University of Zurich itself started research into social acceptance, and we on board as well. Those workshops will start next week, I think, even. What we saw from our experience now in Zurich and Lugano is you really have to inform the people. So it's not just sending them a letter maybe and announcing next week we will fly, but maybe do something like a road show on a Saturday afternoon, stand along the route. People can feel and touch the drone even and see what it means, instead of just flying over their head and complaining about noise. So it's really, I think, really proactively taking on board.
Well, that's fantastic. I think this is what we need to do as an industry, because people don't know about drones. They see the drones in the consumer shop, and they think, that's the drone, but they don't know the product capabilities.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Right.
And for example, the Matternet drone at the moment doesn't have a camera, for example. So that's also important in our specific case to educate, to tell the people we don't have a camera on board. You don't have to worry about us flying over your garden or other stuff. So don't worry, we fly between a hospital and a laboratory, etc. So it's really educating the people.
I love this word education, because Drone Talks is all about education. We would like to make people understand the capabilities of drones, the ecosystem, and this is why we have Drone Talks, to educate. So any message, Tom, as a last word to our audience about Matternet, or any call to action?
Well, in general, I think it's also said already today, but having the option to talk again after some years to our stakeholders, to the regulators, to you as well, it's already a huge step. Everyone loves it, I think, here. And I think as well that in the last 2 years we have maybe had some not standstill, but less development, maybe because we missed these kind of exchange, I think. So I'm really looking forward to step up again in conferences and meetings, etc. exchange.
No, that's a fantastic message, and I think with that we can close the discussion with Tom.
Thank you.
It's always lovely to talk to Tom.
Brought to you by DroneTalks.online, a platform designed to spread ideas and educate in the drone ecosystem.